Well, welcome to this training video. I've not done many training videos like this before, but this is a very specific skill that I have found so useful. I use it all the time. Great for any kind of marketing. It's really flexible. You can cut the image to fit a whole range of different formats. You can bring absolutely your own creativity to it, and it's basically pretty quick and easy. I find it easier than using other formats like Canva. Um, so it is the skill which I'm calling image plus text, how to create a combined picture, which you can then reuse and save it in different formats. So I'm Silvia Purdie. This is part of our private practice course for professional counsellors and others that are working independently and setting up their own small businesses, hence required to market ourselves. So let's rock right into it. I'm going to explain how this goes. Image plus text, instructions for how to create cool combined images for marketing. So here are just some examples of the things that I do, and I use these all the time in my work. I've got, colored backgrounds, an image and text. Different images you can use, certainly for anything involving training. I like to have faces on them. People respond well to that. Plus, going back to here, I've got my own artwork here. That's a photo that I've taken of a close-up of a flax flower. And at the bottom there, that is a painting done by a friend. I think actually there's something rather good about paint. Close-ups of paint are really effective. So, how do we do it? Well, first of all, you need to how to do screenshots. Screenshots is where it's at, my friends. And I use Mac, and that's called screenshot. In Windows, it's called snipping. Snip, snip, snip with the scissors. So here is how to do it. In Mac, you use Shift Command 4. You click on one side, one corner, and then you drag it down to diagonally opposite corner, release, and you have a screenshot. These save automatically to the desktop. In Windows, it's more complicated, and I can't really explain that because I don't really know how to do it, but this is what I'm told. You have to open the snipping tool and then choose whether you're going freeform. I'm suggesting freeform is the way to go for what I'm doing. Again, drag it over, and it's a little bit more difficult to find them in Windows because they go into a screenshots folder, and you have to know where that is. I can't help you with that, but I do recommend that once you have found it, put it onto your desktop and name it. It's easy to copy and paste into a document if it's from your desktop and it has a clear name. So, you ready? We're going to rock into it. First of all, you're going to figure out what you want to say. Write your text. So open a Word doc, and also it works really well in PowerPoint as well. If you're familiar with writing PowerPoints, actually PowerPoints are easier than Word docs, but Word docs is easier to turn into a PDF. So I'm going to go with that for now. Write the text you want. So here's my text for my little model thing today. It's the text that I used for publicizing the private practice course. I'd worked out my text. It's got the link there to the website. It's got the dates and stuff. So that is my text. That's probably as much text as you would want. That's the maximum really amount of text. So it has to be able to fit in something you can see clearly, just, within one hand's breadth, right? That's probably a bit too much text there. And remember, for a PDF, the web links go live. In an image, they do not. Right, so then we need an image. So this is a photo I took of my office. This is my counselling space in my lovely front room, looking out over the park, which is super pretty. So I set this up as an image. I wanted the kind of two mugs there, different but same chairs, and a bit of a view there. It's an actual thing. I own the image. And it sets for me an emotional tone about private practice. You want a photo that supports the text. Um, and as you saw from that other image before, sometimes we can use two photos, one with perhaps a face and one with a something evocative. Well, then what we're going to do is we're going to drag and insert drag or insert, depending on whether you like to drag or whether you can click the insert and then picture menu and then choose the photo you want to bring the photo into your Word doc. Right, then the first thing you have to do is select behind text under the wrap text options within picture format. So once it's behind the text, then your text will show over the top of it magically. So good. Then what you're going to do is shrink it. It's probably going to come up really quite big on your Word doc. You want to shrink it so you can see here when it's highlighted, it gives you those little white dots around it. And so you click on those, click on the corner ones to resize the image. If you decide you don't want all of the image, then you're going to have to crop it. Crop it just cuts off a slice. This is what crop looks like, the solid dark lines. You can have to be very precise with your mouse to get on the little dark line and drag it in, release, and voila, your photo is magically a different crop. When it's in behind text, you can move it around anywhere you want on your document and it will stay put. Aha, now this is the magic. Choose a background color. This is the bit that I found really hard. It took me a while to figure this out. So this is my hack. I've made much trial and error. I can declare that I have figured out how to add background color. And generally, I like a darker color with white text or a slightly different colored text. But I think the dark background is the way to go. But black is kind of boring. There is various ways to create a background color, but really you just want something which is an image, which is pretty much a pure color. And here is the way to go. Blow up your photo. Just zoom out, zoom big, until you can pick one of the colors in the photo. So here, these are the curtains from my front room, and I decided I want to use this dark burgundy as the background color. So I've zoomed the picture out, and then I'm going to take a tiny screenshot of one little spot. So as you can see with this curtain, I could choose a near black, or I could choose a quite bright red. I've gone for something a little middling to get that dark burgundy. A tiny little screenshot. Incy wincy bitsy screenshot. Again, that will, as soon as you make the screenshot, it'll go to get it on your desktop, name it, the color, you could write purple as the name of the image, and then paste it, insert it, drag it, whatever, back into your doc. So you end up with this tiny little square on your doc. And then you grab those little white dots, white squares, and you pull it out, stretch it out all the way to the edge of the page. That's the trick. Obviously, you have to also set it as behind a text, or you won't see anything else, just your color. If you're using PowerPoint, which is a great way to do it, you click send backwards. You might have to click send backwards 2 or 3 times. If you've got various things piling up there, just keep sending it back, and so you can see, so it is just behind. Right, that creates this. The dark background goes behind the text. I've converted my text to white. The live links come up as a pale blue. Actually, you can make them whatever color you want. And there is my photo. I've shrunk it down to the bottom. So there's 2 different versions there you can see on the screen. That one is got a bigger photo. That would be more for like a Facebook image. The top one I'm going to turn into a PDF. So then all you need to do is take a screenshot of the entire area that you want. So it could be a square, it could be a long rectangle, which is what Facebook needs. or a really, really long rectangle if you want a banner. There's all manner of options. I'm trying to figure out how to make circles. There is a way to make circles, but it's not this video. If you do want to turn it into a PDF flyer, that is reasonably straightforward. But you do have to look at the whole page as a whole. We're not using screenshot for this. We're using the whole page as your PDF. I do recommend saving for flyers. You want A5, generally sideways on, but you could go that way, I don't mind. And you want the background color to go off the edge of the page. No white margins, please. Play around with the image and text and then save as PDF and the export button. So that's the instructions. I'm gonna try and give it a go. Here's a couple more examples of things that I'm just doing all the time for my seminars business. This at the top here, this is that little weaving picture is the logo for community law, but it has a big CL next to it. So for this, I cropped off the CL. I used the therefore logo on the PDF flyer, but here for this small image, I just wanted, I tried that and the CL just looked too big. So I've cropped it down to that, and I've used two different background colors. Here, I literally took that red out of the teeny tiny little bit from the red weaving. So it was exactly the same color, and black's fairly straightforward to get black. And for this one at the bottom with Dale Campbell, it's actually great when you can find photos of people with a dark background, especially with enough dark background. So this photo here of Dale standing under a tree is perfect. I love that. It's just the simplest way to do it if you can get a photo with this lovely dark background that you can just simply plonk the text over. Right. Stop that share. Now I'm going to try and show you how to do it. Ha ha ha, this is going to be entertaining. So here we have text. This is the text for my private practice course here. And I have oh, right. There it is. Right. The first thing I'm going to do is, there's my text. The first thing I'm going to do is bring in an image. There's my image. See how it went to created a second page because it's too big. So I'm going to click on it. Immediately I get the squares. I'm going to shrink it down and I'm going to go wrap text behind text. Ta-da! Now, as I said, it will go anywhere I put it and stay there. And now for the really sneaky bit of creating the background color. I'm going to zoom in, zoom, 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 big, 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 big. And I'm going to screenshot a tiny little bit of red. There we go. Didn't see where oh, you can't see. It's gone off the screen. And I'm clicking it and dragging it back in. There you go. There's the tiny little bit. And then I'm enlarging it, enlarging it, enlarging it. While I've got it there, I'm going to go wrap text behind text so that I can move it everywhere. Zoom back in again to a normal screen size. There's my background color. And I'm going to take the background color right to the edges of my page. Ha! Now I can't see much. I'm going to have to send it back because I've lost my photo. Send backwards. There's my photo. And then the text I can hardly see. I'm going to turn the text white. Ta-da! And I won't bore you with the twiddling, but you just need to change the sizes of things and, delete stuff, whatever, just to create the kind of effect that you're after. Put in some returns there. This obviously needs to be way bigger. Let's go nice and big, 48. Beautiful. And I don't like the font, so I'm going to change the font. Um, anyway, it doesn't matter right now. That is the how to do it. I hope you found that helpful. Do give it a go. It is just something you try and error, but once you figured it out, you'll find it's really fast and you can create all sorts of beautiful things that express your values, your style, and connect with the people that you're hoping to connect to.